Greetings and salutations. We are here on the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. I'm going to do some textures. I got to go somewhere later on, but I've got a few hours, so I figured we'll work on the resource pack a little bit. I do need to make the next Fantasia video, but I've been on this kick with the resource pack. It's been so much fun, so I'm going to continue doing this for this stream at least. I'll probably start making the video tomorrow and maybe have it out Sunday. We'll see. But yeah, let's jump into the game or the scene here. I need to do my... Look, this is where I took my screenshot on the thumbnail. So if you see the thumbnail, you click it, boom, this is what you see. Fantastic, right? Yeah, the pack is coming along nicely, I think. Some much needed improvements with the leaves and the grass. So yeah. But let's go to the texture world. Because I need to do acacia today. Those. Now, before several updates ago, these were all the leaves in the game. And that's why this is what I have in my texture world. But now there's others. So I actually need to, like, realign this so I can fit the other trees and stuff, you know. What are there? I don't even know. Let's see. Hold on. Clear. Oop. Cannot push the right button today. Alright. Leaves. Okay, so oak done, spruce done, birch done, jungle done, acacia we have to do today. Dark oak done. So we still have mangrove, cherry leaves, pale oak, azalea. Okay, I got these mixed up. They're the same. Or they're not the same. I don't know if they're the same. Acacia and azalea, and then flowering azalea. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to go on down the list here. Next one is acacia. Looks like they added dark oak after acacia. But then they added mangrove, cherry, pale. They keep adding new trees now. Which is cool, but it's just more work for me to do. Stop adding stuff. Let me catch up, Minecraft. Okay. Acacia. So we need to add 1, 2, 3, 4 more trees to this array of trees. Cool. Okay. So I actually like my current texture for azalea, or acacia, but it doesn't really look like acacia. So I was looking at acacia trees and acacia leaves. I'll show you what I was looking at. Right here. So these are acacia leaves. So they look very much like ferns. The way that they grow out of the tree, kind of like ferns. They're very much like ferns. So that means I'm not going to be doing bundles of leaves. I'll be doing... This will be very similar to the spruce leaves that we did, but instead of needles, they're going to be leaves coming out. And I also think... You see how the shape of the tree here? This is... I don't know if this is an African or an Australian. I think this is probably Australian. But... Like, they do kind of hang... Like, they come over to the edge and they're, like, bushy here. But the limbs themselves kind of go up. And I don't know if I want to reflect that in the leaf block or not. Here's another picture. They are very stringy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these very... They're going to be very similar to the spruce. So very, very thin, fine little branches in there with little bitty leaves coming off of them. That's what it's going to be. Here's another one. Just so we kind of get an idea. Now these are, I think there's what, like probably 100, maybe 500 different species of acacia trees. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to reflect the upward trajectory of the main limbs in the leaf blocks. I'm just going to do like this. These little bits here, right? So very thin little branches and tiny leaves coming off them. I think that's the way to go for these. So, let's get it started, huh? Let's do something. Let me get that window. I resized it too big. Hold on, let me fix it real quick. Okay. Oh, let me get that. We don't need that right now. Okay, so let's go to a savanna biome so we can actually see it in its natural environment, because my texture world right there is in a plains biome, I think. And acacia trees don't grow in a plains biome. So we need to find the biome where they do grow, which would be here? Yeah, savanna. They'd be here. I'm not a big fan of the savanna biome. I think they made it a little bit too olive, like drab olive colored. I know what they were going for, you know, that, like, I get it. They were going for savanna in like the dry season, you know. And they were trying to match that sort of golden color of the grass, you know. But I think they just missed it a little bit. This is like drab olive, you know, not really the right golden color of dry grass, you know. But that's okay. We're gonna hang out here, which is weird because I never hang out in the savanna biome because it's just so ugly. The colors are just bleh. But we're gonna do it today. Maybe it'll grow on us, who knows. So I already did one version of it. I actually like this texture a lot, but it doesn't look like acacia. And the bottoms, as you can see, are way too flat, you know. And it's only one texture repeated over and over again, which isn't good. So we got to have at least 4 variations, and then on top of those 4 variations, we're also going to have 4 block models, and each of those 4 block models will have 4 different rotations. So that's a total of 16 possible orientations and appearances that these leaf blocks can handle. So you know what I should do that I didn't do on any of my other leaf blocks, but I could do it pretty quickly, is add a chance for the texture itself to be mirrored. That would double it from 16 to 32 different ways that the leaves could appear. That'd be pretty sweet. But I'm not gonna do that right now. Let's get this rocking and rolling. We have our Photoshop here. I opened it up pre-stream. For some reason, Photoshop keeps like freezing when I try to open stuff, and it's very frustrating. So we're just gonna go in here. I already have a model for it. I think the first thing we're gonna do is change the block model to our lightweight 6-pane block model. I think that's gonna be step 1, and it's gonna look bad with this specific texture. Where are we at here? Acacia leaves. Let's go ahead and open this. And I think I used like 10 planes on this block model. I think it's the same model that I used for the jungle leaves, the old jungle leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 text. Holy crap, 14 planes. That is way too many. So that means in the game, I mean, my computer's pretty beefy, so it's handling it pretty good. But like these would be frame rate killers. Okay, 14 panes. I don't. Maybe some of them are. It doesn't look like 14. I mean, it's definitely overkill. It's way too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we got some in here. 13, 14. Yeah, that's 14. Look. Okay, that's too many. So if you ever had my resource pack on your computer and your frame rates were garbage because of it, I apologize. I'm going to fix that today. Okay, block model. Here. So first, let's just get rid of all of this. Can I just highlight everything? Just delete everything. There. Gone. We don't need that. Okay. We are going to be replacing the bushy PNG. That's because that's the 64 by 64. Now the block itself is still 32 by 32, but I'm using 64 because it's going to overhang by half a block. So it needs to be 2 blocks wide. Okay, we're going to start with north. We're going to add. And I mentioned this in the previous stream. You see this? This really messed me up when I was doing my grass blocks before. And this is what fixed it. So if you make a grass block, and you'll notice the grass block is really funky with the shading. Sometimes it'll look really, really, really dark. I couldn't figure out why. But it has to do with this little point here. It's kind of hard to see. This little point here, you have a red... Here, let me just... Here. Let me just shrink it like this. You just should be able to see it. And then we'll move it. Okay, this thing here. This little focal point. So this is basically the point of origin for whatever planes you're putting in your block model. If this point of origin is off the block, so right now the block is going to be over this grid, right? It's going to be on top of this grid. Right now it's over to the side of it, but specifically if it's under this or over to the side and under where it's next to an adjacent grass block, then it's going to think that this pane is permanently in shadow, right? So that was messing me up. It took me so long to figure that out. So, but yeah, so if you're editing in Blockbench, pay attention to this little star here. This is key, okay? Don't ignore it like I did. That was a very bad, costly mistake. Okay, so let's get it. We want to keep this in the middle, right? So we're going to do it like this. And we just want a plane. We don't want a whole cube. So we're going to go like that. Now it's also down below us, isn't it? So we want it to be in the center. So we're going to come down like this. There. Now it's in the center. So whenever you're resizing, it doesn't move that origin point when you resize. It only moves the origin point when you actually move the pane or if you rotate the pane. That's it. So you really just have to be careful when you're resizing. Right now I have it in the center, so we should be good to go horizontally at least. So we can resize all the way to the edge of the block. So it'll still say that it's 16 wide here, even though we're doing a 32 texture, 32 by 32. That's because Minecraft is that's just how it looks. That's how Minecraft codes it. But it'll say like, 16.5 or whatever, or 12.5 when I start to move it around. So you can do like partial pixels, So every time I move this up one, I have to move this one down one in order to keep that in the center, you see. So I keep doing that until this is at 16. I could just move them both by 6. I think that's what I needed. So they're at 12 now, so 2 more on each. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so that focal point is still right there in the middle of that, which is perfect. We're going to move it up like that. Okay, so now this, I said we were doing a 62 texture for the bushy part, which is true, but I'm not doing the bushy part yet. We're doing the center part. Okay, this is like the main block area. And since we're doing a lightweight one, we can only use 6 planes. Okay? But there's a really cool way to make a block model that is big and bushy with only 6 planes. Just like a normal block in Minecraft. So it's no more taxing on your resources. And that's awesome. So we're going to do that. So we have this. Let's go ahead and drag our bushy acacia. Now this is the old texture. I'm going to be deleting this texture and just totally redoing it because this is nasty and garbage. Well, I actually kind of like it, but not for Acacia. It doesn't. Okay, so now we need to change our UV. This needs to be 8 by 8. So even though this is a 64 by 64 texture, Minecraft will only count things in terms of 16. So even though we're moving it in, these are 16 Minecraft pixels, okay? But our pixels are a quarter the size. Who is this? I hear somebody. What's up, Nath Donico? Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, no, just me hanging. That's okay. Sometimes when you stream, there's nobody in there, but no, you're still talking to people who might watch the stream later on when it's done. It's like recording a video live. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, thanks for coming by. Good to see you. Is your name Nathan? Because it says Nath Donico. I'm not sure how to... I think that's how you pronounce your name. Okay, so we have 8 and 8. So in Minecraft pixels, it's 8 pixels because this would be considered 16. But since we're doing... This is actually 64, but, you know, whatever. You understand what I'm trying to say. You're streaming with 2 subs. Hey, man, you got to start somewhere. Oh, shit. What's up? What's up, Chalk? How's it going, man? Good to see you. Seahawk. But it looks like Chalk. By the way, Chalk is a insanely talented texture artist himself. And his resource pack is pretty badass, I gotta say. So go check out his stuff. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we got this. We need to change our we'll just hit... Wait, we want tint. We want shading. There, we gotta change our UV. So it looks nasty, but we're gonna change the texture. This is just... We're just getting the block model for now. Making hydrogen for your jetpack. That's cool. And a flame. I want a flamethrower. If you had to choose between a jetpack or a flamethrower, which would you choose? Probably go with flamethrower. You know, just why not? I would probably kill myself if I were in a jetpack. Okay, here. Let's okay, so we're gonna duplicate this. We're gonna rotate. Rotate by 4. Move and move. Yeah, dude. Post a link. Dude, you can post a link to your channel if you want to. I don't have rules against, you know, posting links to your stuff. If I say, hey, go ahead and do it, you can do it. I don't have it turned off like, you know, I'm not that big of a YouTuber, so I don't need to turn that shit off. Nobody posts links anyway, so it's not a problem. So yeah, if you want to post a link to your channel so people can go check out your stuff, go for it. Okay, cube number 3. Even though it's not a cube. Whatever. Okay, so now we take all of these. I made it see the. So normally we would put a 5th panel there, and we put a 6th panel up top here, right? And that would be your 6 in the Discord. Yeah, there's a channel on my Discord that's called Your Streams. Those are for your streams. So yeah, by all means. Okay, but instead of putting a top and a bottom panel, we're gonna use those extra 2 slots to make our bushies, right? But what we're gonna do with these is we're gonna cross them like a X, right? Because just a cube looks stupid, so we're not gonna do that. So we're actually gonna move everything in by 2, or do we move it in by 4? I think we moved it in by 4. Yeah, everything moves in by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is for a very lightweight thing, so it's not going to be taxing on your computer. And then we tilt them in. You have this channel in hopes that I actually post. Keep working on the pack and forgetting to update people on how much I've done, so I keep getting people asking if I'm alive from time to time. Post videos, man. Put some videos up. Be like, this is, the latest blocks I did. I do that. I have a playlist of all the resource pack updates. And they don't have to be long videos, just a little 5-minute video. Be like, hey, look what I did. 1, 2. So we're gonna bend all of these in 45 degrees, like that. I think I might have messed it up. 1, 2. No, I don't want to do it like that. I changed my mind on this one. Changed my mind. Hold on. Let's keep them out here. 45. 45. They need to move in more than that, don't they? They need to go in like 8. Not 4. Because we want them to cross like that. There we go. See, that's better. 4. It's crazy. VV will honestly kill me off when it hits Java. Oh, the vibrant visuals. Yeah. I mean, we kind of already have it in Java. I mean, we've had shaders forever in Java, so I don't know what the big deal is. Maybe there's something I'm unaware of. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to like Minecraft news or any of that shit. I don't really care. Like, it's like, oh, the new update is gonna have, a bunch of stuff I'm gonna have to make new textures for, and I don't want to think about that all the time. There's a lot. I'm so far behind. I have so many textures to do already. I don't need to be thinking about more. Okay. Is that good? I think this one needs to go over. Yeah, this one needs to go over one more. Boom. Okay. So that's the middle, right? Now we could actually make these a little bit bigger, just to sort of fill out this cube a little more, which we might do. So many flowers to get. I've only done one flower texture. I've done my yellow flowers, the dandelions. Those are the only flowers I've done. Okay, let's add another one. We'll put this up top. This one will be okay, remember, pay attention to your this little focal point here with the red, blue, and green. Pay attention to that. You mean the Botania flowers? The mod with living stone? Oh, I don't pay attention to mods. I have no idea what mods do and add to the game. Like, I have like zero interest in modded Minecraft. It just doesn't. The reason why is because, like, if you start building a world in a modded world, you're like, man, this is really cool. I'm enjoying building this, and this is so awesome. But then they stop updating the mod, and then you're just kind of screwed. You can't open that world in a vanilla world. You're just kind of fucked, So the only mod that I've ever actually been interested in is Conquest Reforged. That's the only one. If you couldn't tell by my resource pack, I'm very much influenced by Conquest. So I'll tell you, Monsterfish is insane. Okay, that dude's like an actual graphic, an actual digital artist though, you know? Like, that's why his textures are insane. I'm not an artist. I'm not a graphic artist at all. You don't play Java, you only play modded. Well, that would be Java. Right? Yeah, what? You know you're a good pixel artist when you get inspiration for Puzzle from looking at Sweet and Sour Chicken. That's funny. Are you a good pixel artist, Chalk? I know you are. Was that you? Did you look at Sweet and Sour Chicken and think Puzzle? That would not have occurred to me. Okay, so when we resize this, let's bring it down back to plain. Okay, so this needs to go up a whole block, right? We're making this. This is a 64-bit texture, not bit, but 64 pixel texture. So we need to increase this by 16. Right, and then we need to bring this down by 16 as well. Why is this not lining up now? Did I mess it up? What are we at? No, we're at 16. Why is my... Oh. Is that... Hold on. I'm messing myself up here. Hold on. Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. I gotta pay attention to that focal point because it looked like I lost it for a second. Make sure I still have it. So it shouldn't move when we resize, but I don't see it now. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's still there. It's just in the N. Okay. All right. Crisis averted. Okay, so right now let's get it. Okay. That's a square, right? That's a 4x4. So we brought this down 6. We'll just do it in increments. I just want to make sure I don't lose it again. We're at, let's see. Vertical size is 16. There it is. Okay. All right, we still got it. And then this is going to go out. Let's see, how many do we need? So this will be, what, 15, I think? It's weird, like, when you stretch it, you gotta... you listen to this when making things. Oh, the music? Yeah, Epidemic is pretty awesome. There's a lot of good stuff on there. 63 green bone meal. What's green bone meal? I don't even know what that is. You may have used sweet and sour chicken. I won't tell anybody. Oh, from the mod. One thing I will never fully master are JSON files, especially for variants with rotation and states combined. Oh, I'll show you that. I'll show you. It's pretty simple, dude. Once you do it a couple of times, it makes sense. Yeah, dude, I'll show you. Because we're going to do that. I mean, I could do all that right away. But we need to have textures first. So I've only gotten... Well, I have no textures. I'm getting rid of this one entirely. Alright, so what's our width? 16, we want it to be 32. So we need to add 8 to each side. There we go. And our focal point is still in the center, which is perfect. So now we go to move. Now we don't have to worry about the focal point because we know it's in the center of the plane. We'll move that up by 8. Move it in by 8. So this will be right in the center, but we don't want it in the center. And there's a reason why we don't want it right in the center. And it has to do with the block models and the variations. Chalk. I feel like it's supposed to be Seahawk. Am I right? But it looks like chalk. So like, I just want to call you Chalk. Okay, let's put these on. Bloop. Bloop. We want shading. We want tint. We're good. Okay. Okay, we're going to duplicate and we're going to rotate. Okay, so now if you look at it, I'm going to scoot it up a little bit. So if you notice this center point right here, the point of origin is right in the middle of the block. Okay, so that's not good because, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, I should have the different textures before I'm explaining this. But, okay, so we have these two bushy textures, which make like a plus, right? This cross on top. So we're going to have one block model where, hold on, let me get a top-down view. We're going to have one block model where it's going north, south, east, west. We're going to have another block model where it goes from northeast to southwest and from northwest to southeast. So we'll have one that's a plus, we'll have one that's a cross, and then we'll have two block models where it's rotated 22.5 degrees that way, and then another one 22.5 degrees that way. Okay, so that way this cross here will have 4 different orientations. Okay, now, and that's awesome. So the problem, that creates a problem though. So if you ever have two block models that are one on top of the other that are the same in the random generation, if it just happens to pick two of the block models that are the same, like this cross one, for example, okay, these planes, these bushy planes are going to overlap right on each other, and they're going to be fighting for the same space in the game. That's why whenever we make these, we have to bring them out. Like, I'd like to do 2 and then down 2. Okay, so it's, oh, I need to do that to both of these. There. So we'll take this plus shape, we'll go out 2 and then we'll go down 2. Okay, 2 might be a bit much, but it'll be okay. So now when we rotate this particular block model that has the plus, the next rotation, the center will be here, and then the 90 degree rotation will have the center here, the 180 degree will have it here, and the 270 degree will have it here. That way these planes will never occupy the same space. There's always going to be a little gap between them. So then your chances of having conflicting planes go from 1 in 4, if you just have the 4 block models and then that's it. It goes from 1 in 4 to 1 in 16. So then you just have a 1 in 16 chance, because it not only has to have the same block model, but also the same rotation for there to be any kind of battling for spatial real estate in the game. That's why we always offset this. But I think 2 might be a bit much, bringing it over by 2. I think on the other ones I did like 1.5. I think on one of the block models I just did 1, just because I wanted a little bit of separation. 2 might be okay. So it's 2 pixels this way, and the next one will be 2 pixels that way. But if we just did 1, see right now the rotation will have this separated by 4 pixels. But if we just brought it out by 1, then the other rotation would have it separated by 2 pixels instead of 4. So I think that might be better, but that's something we could change later on if we want to. But I'll show you, if you're going to stick around for a while, I'll show you how to do the JSON files and all that stuff. Because, dude, having that is, like, so much, it's so much help, dude. Here, I'll show you. Let's go back here real quick to a better looking biome. We'll go here. Right, so we don't need a grass block. So we have oak leaves, right? There's an oak leaf. So if we make a stack, see, there's the center point right there. Now it's down there. Now it's there. Now it's there. Now it's there. Now it's there. See what I mean? So, and not only is the center point moving with the block model, but it's also moving with the rotation of each block model. So it's 16 different places. And as a result, you've got nothing overlapping. And that's awesome. That is huge. Huge. But yeah, once I figured out how to do that, like, it's like, oh, I gotta redo all my leaves now. It's just so much better like this. Anyway, okay, acacia leaves. Let's get some acacia leaves drawn. We have our block model. And I shrunk this down because I want to keep, you know, Minecraft kind of showing in the background. Just so, you know, when people show up, they're like, oh, hey, it's Minecraft, but he's doing something else also, and cool, you know, I don't know. I'm weird. So there's our block model. So we need to make the different variants, but I think we need to do textures first. I could do the variants now, I guess. Doesn't really matter. So here, we'll just save, this one is saved as acacia leaf, so we're gonna export as acacia leaf. So this is in Minecraft models block, right? Now for all the extra variants, all the extra block models, I have those inside this foliage folder, okay? So here I have like 3 extra of everything because, you know, we made 4 total block models because we're just rotating that bushy bit 4 times. So I need to make one in here for acacia leaves. Okay. Oop, that's weird. Okay. Okay. Export. Yes. So now if we come back in here and we pull out some acacia leaves. Now the texture is still garbage and I really want to get that done before anything. Oh, I gotta reload the pack, duh. That's why. There, see? So it looks like that. And that's that. But, you know, with this, your file management is terrible, but you sort of did that deliberately. So if someone came along to steal my stuff, they wouldn't know where to look. That's good, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I want this to come out only that much. I think instead of bringing it over 2 pixels, it's way down here. I think I'm just going to do 1. But then again, I really need to do... Okay, let's do a texture first, and then we'll get into the block models. This shouldn't take very long. I've done... I don't know how many of these I've done so far. Hang on one second. Okay. My wife came in with a face mask on. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, let's do a. Yeah, let's do just the first texture because this is, I mean, the block model isn't gonna, like, this texture isn't doing the block model any justice. So we really got to do that. So let's do that, and then I'll show you how to do all the variations and rotations and all that stuff in the JSON file. It's pretty straightforward. One thing you just have to pay attention to is syntax. Syntax is huge with any coding, really. Okay, Photoshop. Let's get our, let's see, Minecraft, textures, block. Acacia leaves bushy. Open with Photoshop. Now, Photoshop, they recently updated it, and so now it'll freeze whenever I bring something in. But I've had it open for a while, so maybe we'll be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is clear this. We don't need any of this. So we're just gonna go all delete. And then we're gonna color this in white. So when you're doing like leaf textures, you really want to do it on a white background. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but the reason why is because in Photoshop, maybe in other software it's different, but Photoshop specifically, I'm gonna open my beverage, I'm getting thirsty. I have it to where my pen pressure, so I use a stylus, and my pen pressure will determine the opacity, which I use on a white background to determine the value. There is no way to have your pen pressure determine the value of your color. There's no way to do that. There is a jitter. You can add a jitter where it will jitter between your background and your foreground color. That's these two colors right here. Right now they're both white on mine, but anyway. But that's not what I want. I don't want jitter, and I don't want to control the jitter. I want a smooth gradient. Like if I push down hard, I want it to be darker. If I'm barely touching it, I want it to be lighter, you know. The only way to achieve that in Photoshop is to use opacity. Unfortunately, if you do that on a transparent background, then your color itself is going to be transparent, and it's going to look fucked up, and the game isn't going to render it very well. So it renders it much better if it's a solid color. So I have to paint on a white background, which is weird because any other texture I do, I'm used to painting on like a medium background. So like I'll get like a medium gray like this, and I'll paint on this. And the reason why is because when you're painting on a medium gray, let's just grab a color, random color. When you're, hold on, I need to put my glove on. 1 second. The reason why digital artists will paint on a medium gray, I learned this trick from Aaron Blaze. I used to watch a lot of Aaron Blaze back in the day. What's up, Ninja? How you doing, man? Photoshop works very well with tablets. It does. It's just there's no way to use your pen pressure to determine the value of your color. You have to go, I mean, you can, and that's what I'm doing, but you have to add an extra step. You have to do it on a white background in order for it to work. So the reason why people will use you know, a gray. Actually, I should probably use black. They'll paint on gray because, you know, you can see how dark you're getting. You know, like really dark and really light like this. You know, but then also you can also see how light you're getting. So if we start like this and we go lighter and we keep pushing down, we can get really, really bright highlights. So that's the cool thing about painting on a gray background, is that you can see how light you've gone because you have sort of a visual frame of reference, you know, so you can get a much clearer indication of how your gradient looks when you paint on a gray background. If I were to do this on a white background, it wouldn't make sense. See, look, you can't see how light you got because the whole background is light. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, so we're going to color that in. But for a transparent, like a leaf block, you have to use a white background so you can get the proper color. Because I mean, I could do this on a gray background still, but it would make my colors darker than I want them to be. Because they're transparent and I'm using opacity. Anyways, I'm taking too long to explain that. Okay. All right, so let's get our palette back. Oh, I almost lost it. So here's our base color. There's our highlight color. There's our shadow color. There's our leaf dark. And our leaf light is that one. But I think our leaf light should actually be that. A little bit lighter even. Okay, so let's do that again. So that, and that. that. There's our little... I really should save my color swatches, but I don't. Because I'm stupid. So, okay. Alright, so we're going to start with basic color. Okay, so, like I was saying before, these acacia, they look like ferns. Acacia leaves grow just like ferns do. So, and they're very, very thin. They grow on these very thin branches. So, it's going to look a lot like my spruce leaves. A lot like it, because spruce does basically the same thing. But instead of little tiny needles, I'm going to make kind of longer leaves kind of coming out like a fern. So that's kind of the idea. So like, see how bushy this gets? Where we at? It gets nice and bushy over here. That's kind of what I'm doing. So we're going to have to make a whole bunch of those. So I'm going to keep that up there. That'll be my little reference image. It's always good to have reference images. Okay. Okay. Wait, we don't want to paint on the background. We need a transparent layer on top. Oops. There we go. Okay, we're going to paint here. Okay, very thin. We're just going to keep these like one... Ooh, I stepped on my dog's toe. I'm sorry, buddy. He's under my desk. Very thin. So I'll just sort of sprawl them out from the center like this, maybe. Give them like some wiggly action, like this, maybe. I'm doing more than I would normally do on the other ones because the acacia is very spindly. It's got very thin bits. Hang on one second, you guys. Okay, I'm back. Probably got another few hours or so before I gotta go. We're going to meet up with some family for 4th of July. And oops! And my wife was asking me if I thought the liquor store would be open today. I say it probably is. Okay. Is that spindly enough? I feel like these should really go out to the edge, you know, here and there. Maybe 3 of them. Maybe this one goes out to the edge too. Because they don't have leaves growing out there. Trying the gray background idea. Whenever I did leaves, they were done layer by layer, and each layer would have leaves with different colors, just so I knew which layer things were. Right on. That's a very digital artist thing to do of you, Chalk. I don't do that. I just paint them all in the same bit. Because I'm lazy. Where are we at? It comes out pretty good, though. Did you see my other leaf textures? I think they came out pretty good. Oh shit. You know what I just realized? See how my mouse is stuck? Okay, so sometimes if I bring my mouse or bring the pen away and then I grab my mouse, the tip of my pen is still close enough to the pad to where the computer thinks I'm trying to use the pen and the mouse at the same time, and it gets stuck. So to fix that, what I did yesterday, which is what I should do today, is I switched and I put my mouse pad up here on the top desk, and I put the tablet, the drawing pad, down here on the bottom. Yeah, so much better. And now I won't have that problem. Okay. I think that's good. This is going to be thick. This is going to be a thick one. This is more branches than I've ever done in one of my textures. Let's bring this one out a little bit. Not like that, though. That's ugly. Just there. That's fine. This one's ugly, too. And now there's too many. So let's get rid of those. Perfect. Okay, that's good. So now, let's shrink our eraser. We're going to go grab our white layer. We're going to grab this, and we're going to go BAM. So we can make a selection of the branches, and then we go to select, and we go to inverse. So now we have a selection of the branches. Then we're going to select the branch layer. We're going to grab our base color. I got you remaking leaves now. Nice. Mango leaves have no variety in leaf movement. They're all facing the same way down. Don't look great. Yeah, that's a drag. You got to have different, like, you got to have different block models. That's like a requirement. You know, you have to. Like once you go there, you don't come back. It's like, so yeah, I'll show you the Jason thing. Like, just let me know what exactly it is that you're having trouble with. This part is funky, so I'm going to get rid of it. We're going to erase just that little bit. No, we can keep that bottom one, I think. Yeah. Is that... Let's get rid of that. Everything else good. We want to keep it very thin. There. Okay. So now we're gonna, let's redo our selection because we just made some adjustments. So we're gonna go like that. And then we're gonna select inverse. Back here, we got our base color. And we're just gonna color this in. Shading is gonna be weird because, what the hell? Oh, there's something on my, hold on. I thought that there's something stuck to my monitor here. A little, there we go. There. It's like I opened a can of soda or something and a little drop just got stuck to the thing and it was throwing me off. I was like, what is up with my texture? It was like blending in there. What's up, Gamer Plays? How you doing? You love your weird block models for leaves. Definitely different to say the least. I don't know. Every time I see you post something on your pack, I mean, it's been a while. I was away for like 2 years, so whatever. Your textures look really good. I don't really pay attention to the block models, or at least I haven't until like recently. Yeah, your textures are good, man. Better than mine, I think. Okay, this is weird. See how straight that is? That's weird. I'm gonna fix that. But we gotta color all this in first. Now, I'm intentionally leaving some parts like lighter, and I'm not doing a solid color because solid colors are stupid and cartoony. We don't want solid colors. We want there to be variation in the color. Just makes it better. Okay, that's pretty much the whole thing. Let's fix this part. So we're gonna go. We'll go here. Need to just deselect, erase. I'm just gonna punch these in pixel by pixel. Sometimes you gotta do that. There, that's better. Is it perfect? No. Did I bend it out the wrong way? Yes. But that's okay, I don't care. I also bent this one out the wrong way. No, I didn't. This one's fine. This one is... I don't care. I think it's fine. No one will notice. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, let's grab that shape again. Select inverse. Okay, and we can go back and paint that again. There we go, see? See? It's fine. It's fine. Your leaf models have like a snow layer on top that has different heights with an underhang below the block itself. It's very rare cross model inside to break it all up. That sounds like a pretty heavy block model. I don't know. I haven't messed with snow at all. Like, that's a whole other thing. My snow and everything about that is still default in my pack. Well, I did do snowflakes for the weather, but that's it. Okay, so let's take our shadow. It's going to be weird to shade this thing because it's only one block thick. That's okay. It'll still work, kinda. We're just putting shadows in on the undersides of all of these, very, very briefly. Fast, quick, and easy. Ooh, that one I got the whole thing. Didn't mean to do that. Careful. I'm thinking these kind of in the center, we can make these generally darker than on the outside, because these would be more in shadow. So I'm not so worried about the highlights in here, or, you know, hitting the tops of like that. Doesn't really matter. But once we get out here, we really want the shadows to only be on the undersides. At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe you guys do it differently. Who knows? I don't know. You know what I want? I want some fucking bacon. I don't know why, but I just got a taste for bacon. You ever get that? Random? You ever remember something so vividly that you can almost literally taste it? Or literally hear it? That happens too. But yeah, now I want bacon. Okay, highlights will be this color. Very, very lightly. Now these branches are actually going to get shaded by the game anyway. So you're not going to actually see these exact colors in the game. They're going to be shaded with kind of a green. Well, for Acacia, it's going to be not really a green. It's kind of like that ugly olive nastiness. But, you know, I still want the game to have something good to work with, you know? But I'll tell you what, shading these skinny branches is challenging because there's not a lot of room for error. It's very easy to go over the other side. I could zoom in a little bit, that would probably help, but could just be very light with the pen, like right here. I didn't do a shadow there. Totally forgot. Totally missed a shadow. Let's get this part real dark in the middle too. That way it'll look like it's farther recessed. Okay, is that all of it? I think that's all of it. I don't think I missed anything. Okay, so now we're going to take this. We're going to drop this opacity down to like 30. And we're going to add a layer. And we're going to do leaves here. Hey, what's up, Jack? How's it going, man? Happy 4th. Jack's Side Quests is here, you guys. Dude, I watch your videos every day. So we're doing acacia leaves right now. That's what's happening. Okay, so these are like gonna be little bitty. Like, oh, I need to deselect. That's why. So like, this, just kind of coming out like that. That's what acacia leaves do. But I got to be very meticulous with these. It's kind of like when I did my spruce. You know, you got to make sure you have these gaps in between, otherwise it'll just look like a blob. You know, the gaps are very important. Oh, that's too big. Have a little bit of overlap, I guess, but not much, you know. So yeah, we're going to leave that branch showing because according to our reference images, the acacia leaves, they grow just like ferns. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, we don't want that. You might be making them too short. I don't know. Maybe not. So that one goes straight to the edge, which may have been a mistake. I don't know. I feel like that's all we do on these, you know? It's just... No, not that one. I mean, we'll see what it looks like in the game. A lot of times it looks one way in Photoshop, but then once it gets rendered in the game with all the different variations and block models, it looks really good. So I try not to let the way it looks in Photoshop discourage me when I'm painting it, because I know that it'll look better in the game. Plus I'm zoomed way in, you know, in the game it's going to be like, you know, that. And it's going to have the right colors, and so all these little details will start to come out. But painting in gray is weird. You know, weird. I'm just sketching these in real quick. I'm trying not to make them perfectly horizontal or perfectly vertical either. I want them to be on some kind of an angle. But these, I kind of failed at that. So I'm going to redo these. I might even just go in pixel by pixel and draw them in. But this is flat, though, so, you know. Hold on. There, that's better. That's better. Acacias are weird. Very weird. Your model bothers me because you don't need to bother with the tiling issues all that much because of the random rotations that you have. And here I am suffering the wrath of Mojang. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I hate the tiling, so that's why you make different variations. So that there is no, there's still tiling, but you can't tell because everything is so different. I feel like these should be a little longer. Maybe these are older down here. I don't know. That's kind of messed that one up, didn't I? You see why the opacity is so important? Because like I get these dark and these lights, you know, and if I didn't have that and it was just flat, it wouldn't have nearly the same definition. Well, that's kind of nice too. If I come from the outside, then it tends to be lighter on the tips, which is probably a good thing. Probably. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see what that does in the game. And I also notice that like the more variations you make, the better each one looks. If that makes any sense. Like if they're all the same texture, then you're going to see the tiling, you know, and it's like, oh, that texture isn't very good. But then if you have like 8 textures and all of them are like this quality, but they all look better when there's more of them. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just my brain. I don't know. Okay, so we'll call this one done. So what we need to do is bring this opacity back up to full. And we're going to... Yes. We're going to merge all these. That's what we do. Merge, so it's flat, and then we're going to grab all that white, and we're going to get rid of it. So we need to zoom in on all these little holes. This is the most tedious part, I think. There's a hole. There's a hole. There. Especially on this, like there were a lot of holes on the spruce, because you do the spruce basically the same way, because all little needles, you know, little pine needles or spruce needles, and so you have all these little holes and gaps in between, and you got to make sure to punch them out. There may be a faster way to do this, but I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to do it the faster way. I'm unaware of it. Marvin Builds, what's going on? Opinion about building a storage room in the end if you have multiple bases near end portals. Yeah. Yeah, well, sure, why not? Seems to make sense. You know what's weird? Like in the whole time that I've been making Fantasia videos, I've never taken them to the end or the nether. Actually, that's not true. I did a little short series, like survival series, but it wasn't really the Fantasia world. I called it Volume 2, but really it's not Volume 2. Volume 2 is gonna begin after episode 100. Then we'll just call it Volume 2. I don't know. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe it'll just be one long-ass series. Okay, is that all the holes? I think that's all the holes. This might look really good. Let's find out how it looks. Okay, first we have to delete. No. Oh, wrong button. Delete. Oh, hey, we missed this big one right here. Delete. And we missed this one, see? Always happens. I think that's good. We have some really light areas here. Let's see what this looks like. We could lighten some other areas too if we decided we liked it like that. I don't know. Okay, save. Boom. Alright. So here's our acacia leaf model. Right? Which I'm probably going to change. I'm going to put the cross slightly closer to the center. So we'll adjust that. Ooh, there we go. That's nice. I like this. Hang on one second. Okay, I'm back. Should we go to the, Oh, hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's go to the savanna biome where these spawn naturally. Like, you see how, like, it's still... The branches are still kind of green? That's weird to me that they do that. Because it's supposed to only shade the black and white, you know, black and white colors. But, I don't know. Let's go to the savanna biome. Let's see how that looks in its natural habitat. Let's go here. I like it. I like it much. It definitely needs more variations, but that's cool. I like this bit kind of sticking out like that. This bottom part I don't like. I think I missed... Yeah, I missed it here. Let's fix that. We're going to go there, we're going to go there, and we're going to go there. Delete. Oh, and here. Look, missed a whole bunch. Okay, is that all the whole? Oh, here's one. Okay, I think that's all of them now. Save. Back in. Much better, much better. I like it. I like it a lot. This is a little kind of dense right there, but that's okay. The other textures won't be so dense like there. Like, they're all going to have like their little quirks, you know. I think that looks really good though. I like this bit sticking out way out there in the corner. I did that intentionally. Just cause it's nice when you have like rogue branches kind of sticking out every once in a while. So, but when every texture does it, it looks dumb. But that's why it's not going to be every texture. It's just going to be one out of every 4. I also need to add texture mirrors. I didn't do that. I didn't do that in for any of my other leaves. I should. I should do that. I wonder what, you know, I don't even know what the command is for that. What the syntax would be. I could find out. Let's find out. If I go here. Let's go JSON files mirror texture. Like, I mean, I could just make doubles of all. I mean, I could just do that. So instead of having 4, I'll just take all 4 that I have and just make a mirrored version of all, and we'll call it 8 different textures. I could even mirror them horizontally and vertically. So we'll have 16 different textures for 16 different orientations. That would be insane. Like, you'd never have the same block twice. I don't think there's a way to I don't know if there's a way to do that. Textures from version introduction. No. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll do that later. It's not really important that we do that right now. It's fine. Not a huge deal. Okay, let's hang out here for a bit, since this is the savanna biome and there's lots of acacia trees to check out while we make more textures. Okay, so let's do 3 more. That was actually not bad for a first take. You know what I mean? Not bad at all. But before we do the other textures, we need to make uh-oh. Where is it? Where's the texture? Textures, block. Oh, there it is. Okay, this is weird. I don't know why it like, okay. Acacia leaves, bushy. Okay, so we're gonna take this, we're gonna copy it. We're gonna go to Optifine. Even though I'm not using Optifine, happily I can still use the same folder layout. Leaves. Didn't I make an acacia leaf? Oh, I did that for the block models, not for the textures. That's right. Not for the... Okay. Acacia leaves. So we're going to do this. We're going to call this one 11. The reason why I'm calling it 11 is because I want to reserve the single-digit ones for if I ever want to go back and add specific textures for the center of the block model, which I may do for some of the leaf textures. Maybe not all, but anyway. So all the bushy external ones, I want to call them 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so we need, let's grab a properties file. Random acacia leaves. Acacia leaves bushy. We're just going to call it 11 for now because we've only got one. Well, actually, let's do 12, and then we'll just duplicate that for now. Okay, save. So this will also be 12, and then we'll just edit it and replace. There. So now if we reload the package, it should look exactly the same. Shouldn't have any missing textures or anything. Okay, let's do another one. We can close this for now. We don't need to have this open. Okay, so we'll close that. Let's open this. Please don't freeze on me. They really messed up Photoshop, by the way. So like now, like when you first launch the program, it like freezes for like a minute and a half, and you just got to sit there and wait. Like for the longest time, I was doing like a force quit, because whatever, and trying it again, and it wouldn't stop. Well, then eventually I just ignored it, and I went and did something else. But finally, it clicked and it started working. I don't know what the hell is the deal with Photoshop right now. It's not good, whatever it is. Okay, delete that. Let's get white. Deselect. All right, we'll do the same thing. Let's put a rogue branch coming out to here. Maybe not all the way up in the corner like this one was, but maybe it'll be like here. Maybe there'll be another one down there. Yeah. One thing you want to avoid is you don't want to go all the way to the edge on everything, because then your texture is just going to look like a square, and that's no good. Okay, let's get our base color. Let's draw some leaves. Okay, we want a rogue one maybe coming from here. And maybe it goes like that. And maybe here it kind of does this kind of thing. No. Don't want to go backwards, except maybe like that. I think that's okay. I think that'll be good. Let's bring that out just a little more. No. There. Axiom. Tell me what axiom is. I don't remember. Let's clean this up now. We have some weird... Oh! There's some kind of weird fatness going on here and there. A building mod? No. That's a hard pass. What does it do? I think that's good. I kind of want to fix this. I don't really like this shape here. Have that like that. You could even have just some rogue branches that have no leaves on them too, you know, like maybe it got eaten by a giraffe or some shit, you know. That could be a thing. So let's do that. Let's add some. Maybe this branch doesn't have anything, but this one does. I think that's good. Okay. Do we have any fat sections that we need to fix? I don't think so. We're pretty good. This right here, maybe. Okay. Let's see how this one looks. I left a couple of bits that don't have leaves on them. We'll see what that does. I think maybe in the next one I'll have like a long one with no leaves. Or maybe a few just bare branches, you know. I think that might be cool. Or maybe just more dense with branches overall. Oh wait, you know what? I just had an idea. Faster way to do this. Oh, I can't. It only lets me make a copy of the shape within a certain value range. Maybe if I get rid of this. Take off the tolerance, make it 0. Oh, has to be 0. Maybe that. Nope. Maybe it has to be higher. Let's try 50. 100? Maybe 200. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that's... I don't know why I can't get a selection of the shape like I can here. Weird. Okay, well, whatever. We're gonna have to do it the hard way. Why is it selecting those? Why is it selecting those? That doesn't make any sense. Or it's not selecting these. Oh. That's why. Duh. Forgot I changed my shit. There, that's better. Okay, then we go here. And we get all these little holes. Gotta do it the long way. It's the only way to do it. As far as I know. Okay, is that all of them? I guess we'll find out when we hit delete. Oh, wrong layer. There. Delete. Oh, here's one. Any more? I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay, so this is 12. We're just gonna hit save. Save. Oh, oops. Let's merge these. Oh, I missed another one. Hold on. There. Okay, now that's all of them. Merge. Save. Okay, let's see what those did now. Okay, so with 2 models, okay, here's one. Wow, it sure does like the original one. My Goblin Kingdom still inspires you to build. That's awesome. I will never stop building. Well, I did. I stopped for like 2 years. But you know, sometimes life gets in the way. But I'm back, and there's no stop signs in front of me, so I'm gonna keep going. Very cool. Okay, so that's with 2 textures. So we just have to make 2 more, and then we'll do our different block models. Right now, the block model's the same on all of them, and that looks like garbage. But, you know, every little step improves it. Okay, I think the next one, let's do... I really like how these have a whole bunch of little branches in them. I think let's make one that doesn't have a whole lot of leaves. Let's make one that's just a tangled mess of branches. I think that'll be cool. So, let's go... Oh, let's go to 13. And let's change this to 13. Save. Close. So this one's not going to have a lot of leaves. It'll have some, but I just want to see what it might look like with just branches, because I mean, I'm going for like this bit here, like, you know, these spindly bits. I mean, the leaves are tiny, so I think, yeah, like, look at that. See? I mean, this is just one species of acacia. There are many. Some of them have larger leaves than this. But one thing they all kind of share is these spindly little tiny branches. So, yeah. So let's do that on this one. Okay, so just an ass ton of branches on this one. That's the idea. We'll have them all kind of sprawling out from the center, I guess. So, like this. This might be too many. It's a lot. I don't know. I just want to see what it looks like. We might not keep it. We might not keep it. Or we might. I don't know. I did the same thing. That one's kind of doubling back on itself, which is weird. You don't really see that much. Okay. You know what we don't have is any that are overlapping. So, hold on. It's okay for them to overlap, Plautos. Let's see. Maybe we'll start with that, and then we'll have another one that does this. Another one that does this, maybe. And this. This. It's kind of weird, but, you know, whatever. They're overlapping. I can make them lighter or darker to kind of give you, you know, the impression that some of them are further away or closer or whatever. It does look messy though. Yeah. That's not going to look good. I can already tell. Okay. Let's go for the middle. The overlaps might be weird if I were to do that, so I'm avoiding it again. I think this will be okay. I mean, no, this is too straight, too flat here. Maybe this one goes all the way to the edge. And so does this one. And that one. And that one. I think that'll do. Okay, we'll put some leaves on it, but not a lot. First, we need to get rid of the fat bits that we don't want. Okay. I think that'll do. I think I'm just going to put leaves kind of in the middle here, not really on the outside. Maybe a couple on the outside, but not a lot. Try to darken the middle of it a little bit, just so these look like they're a little closer to you. Give these branches a few little, you know, remnant leaves. Okay, I think I like that. See what that looks like. Got some random branches just kind of hanging out. I don't know. Maybe this will be a failure. Who knows? We'll find out. Is that all? Say that every time, and I always miss something. Yep, there we go. Right there. I think that's it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's see what this looks like. Save. I don't know. I think it might be good. It was an experiment. We'll see how it turned out. Ooh, look at that. I like it. I like it. Those like little thin twigs. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I like that a lot. And we definitely need more block models. For sure. Okay. One more texture. One more texture. And then block models. Okay, I think this next one, I'm not going to have one up in this top corner, because so far all three of them have that. So I need at least one that doesn't have something sticking out in the top corner. Top left corner at least. Or the top right corner. Damn, I did that on all of them. That's no good. That's okay. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, one more. Here. Well, this one doesn't have... Oh, it does. That's kind of out there. I mean, I could just go in and delete. I might do that. Rather than doing it all over again. I could just go through and delete the part that bothers me. So this would be 14. I think I'm going to do another one like that. With the spindly bits. I think that turned out pretty good. But this one won't have anything in the corners. It'll be more of a like this kind of shape. Nope. This one will be kind of smaller, I think. Okay. This is kind of weird right here. I think maybe it should be like that, or like this. Little crossover right there. Why not? We don't really need any other crossovers. I think just those two spots, really. Everything else I think is fine. Okay. Here we might be getting too far up into that corner. Automating alloys for a mechanism. So that mod you're playing? What's it called? What was it? Oh wait, no, that was somebody else that was using a building mod. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're doing. I'm guessing it's a Minecraft mod that you're playing with. Project overpowered the mod pack. Okay. Does that add like a bunch of new like machines and items to the game and stuff? Like new mechanics to the game. That's the stuff I don't play because it's just too much. Yeah, I'm not into mod packs. The only kind of modding to the game I do is just graphical stuff. You know, resource pack stuff, that's it. Oh, it's a skyblock mod. Right on. You're breeding chickens for max stats. The chickens level you up or something in that mod? That's silly. Behold the mighty chicken. Okay. More twigs, but they're like sort of not so much going to the outside. Kind of feel like I want one coming up like this though. Yeah, maybe we'll do that later. Nah, let's do it now. Fuck it. We'll do it now. Let's add one. Like that. But not that shape. There. That's better. I'm happy with that. I think that's good. So again, we're just going to do very few leaves on this one. Maybe that's all we do on this one. Just that. Very sparse leaves. Let's see what that looks like. Well, you know what? We need a tolerance 0 on this. We got some really light bits. Like that little spot there we missed. So this way, with tolerance 0, it's only going to pick up the absolute whites. I always feel like I got them all. Then I miss one or two. I feel like this should be a little darker right there. Just a tad. just grab some of that. Oh shit. Oh, duh. Why isn't it working? That's why. Okay, very, very sparse leaves on this one. Very, very few. Save. Look at that. They get more and more branch heavy and lighter on the leaves as they go. That's cool. You have, you know, kind of a gradient of coverage, I guess. Oh, we already did that. That's fine. Okay. Let's see what that did. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Okay, it broke up this stuff sticking out on the corner, like a couple here and there. Nice. Also, once we add the extra block models, it'll really fix it. It'll blend it in so much better with the different block models. But as far as the 4 textures go, I like them. Let's do a platform. And I like to do it on sand because sand you can see all the way down pretty well. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Where's just sand? Here's sand. Okay. So if we go I'm gonna find an area that doesn't have too much grass growing. Like right here. Perfect. So right here, if we put our leaves down, from the top we can see which block model it is, right? So right now we only have the one with the plus shape, right? And all these planes are occupying the same space. That's why you have this glitchiness, because they're all fighting for territory, you know, because they're trying to occupy the same space. So we're going to fix that with different block models and different block rotations. So Chalk, if you're still here, I don't think you're here anymore. I think this is the part he was asking about. That might be over a bit too much. I think I'm going to change that. Instead of going over 2, I'm just going to go over 1. That way every different rotation will be separated by 2 instead of 4. Okay. Okay. Actually, you know what? I should do this in my resource pack world. That's where I should be doing this. I think that looks really nice. It looks like acacia. Okay, let's go to the other world. There it is right there. It's green in this biome. Look at that. That looks so good. I love these just spindly bits that don't have any leaves. Like it got chomped by some creature. Okay, so what I was talking about is doing this. Making a tower. And then you can see all the planes, you know. So let's make the block models and then we'll do the rotations afterwards. So, in order to get the game to recognize the different block models and use them, you have to edit the block state to tell the game that there are 4 different block states for this particular block. And each one of those block states is represented by a model. So we go to block states. We don't have an Acacia block state yet, so let's get one. And here, Minecraft default textures, Minecraft block states, Acacia leaves right here. So we'll copy that, put that in here. So by default, it just says this. Model is Acacia leaves. But we want multiple models. So we're going to adjust this. We need to make the models first before we can make the block state though. Otherwise, it'll just look funky. Because it'll be trying to call something that isn't there. So we can close those for now. And let's go to models, block, foliage, Acacia, which is empty. So what we need to do is to grab the default Acacia, which is not the default, but it's the first block model, and it's the one that doesn't have a number next to it. Copy that. This is the one that we made. So the variations, I always keep like one by itself outside of the extra folder, so that, I don't know, just in default it'll make sense. In my brain it does. Acacia. Okay. Paste it in there. Oh wait, we don't need to do that. We don't do that. Duh. We need to open. We need to go here. We need to open this. Because we were going to change this, remember? So normally what I'll do with the one that doesn't have a number, just the basic one, I'll make the top part an X. On this one I made it a plus just because I was explaining something. And also I have it moved over by 2. We're going to move it over just by 1. Okay, and then we're going to rotate it to be right there. North, south, east, west. You know. Good. So we're going to save this. We're going to export. Yes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this around. And as we do, we're going to also spin this, okay? So we went over by 1, so now we're going to go, now we go 1, 2. And then we're going to rotate 22.5 degrees, if I can grab it. There. And then we're going to save this as the next one. And this one we save in here. And this will be Acacia Leaves 1. Okay, and then hang on 1 second. It's nothing. Okay. All right, so we save that. So now we're going to move it again up to here, and we're going to rotate another 22.5 degrees. So this one will actually be like this. Now the one that's just the plus, I like to make that the third one. So we're kind of making them out of order. That's okay though. Like, as long as I know what it is, I'll know which one I need to change if I ever need to make changes. It makes sense in my brain. Yeah, so this will be 3. going to go over this way, and we're going to rotate another 22.5 degrees, like that. And this will be 2. Export. Acacia leaves. 2. Okay, there we are. Now, you see how the fluffy bits, they're all occupying the same space, right? But now, as soon as I update, they will no longer occupy the same bits. Oh, I forgot my block state, that's why. Yeah. So what we do there is we go to Minecraft, block states, Acacia leaves. Got to do this. Hello. So we want to make this a set. So we're going to do a square bracket. And I'm going to clean it up by getting rid of these carriage returns because they're stupid and we don't need them. And I'm going to end the bracket right there. And then we're going to need a comma. And then another one. And another one. Oh wait, no, hold on. So this one is block acacia leaves, right? So that is when it's going to the models, it looks in block and then it calls acacia leaves, okay? Block acacia leaves. Our extra ones are in foliage acacia leaves, and then acacia leaves 1, so we got to put that in. Foliage, and it's a /, which is weird because that's like internet stuff. Backslash is for local things, so I don't know why Java uses /s here. It's very weird to me. Foliage acacia leaves / acacia leaves 1. Okay. Wait, I don't need a glove right now. What am I doing? Okay, then we take this, copy. This will be 2, and this will be 3. And we don't need a comma here because that's the last one. And that should be good to go. So we save it, and then we load the pack. And that's how you tell the game to use the different block models that you make. So now, look, they're all coming off the same angle, right? But when we reload, magic happens. Look at that. See, now they're coming off in at different angles. How cool is that, right? That's pretty sweet. But we have one more thing to do. So now we solve the problem of having them battle for territory because we're basically fanning out all the planes, right? So they're not trying to occupy the same space anymore. However, sometimes you'll have the same block model on top of itself. And when that happens, let's see if we can find one. It'll happen a quarter of the time. Like right here it's happening. With these, because they're so spindly and thin, you're not going to notice it a lot, but it happens, like right here. So for this is why we made this point of origin not in the center. So if we take this block model and we rotate it 90 degrees so that this arm here becomes this one, this arm becomes this one, etc., etc. If this were in the point of origin, then no matter how you rotate it, it's always going to occupy the same space. That's why we offset it by 1, right? So now when we rotate this block model by 90 degrees, the origin point also gets rotated. That means that these will no longer conflict. What you'll end up having is another arm here that's parallel to it. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then I'll show you what what I mean. So what we do here is we're going to add that comma back in. This is our block states file here. We're going to copy all of these. 1, that's for 90 degrees. That's for 180. That's for 270 degrees. And we take out that last comma. So all we do to get the rotations is we come in here, we put a comma, and then we go Y colon 90. And so that'll rotate this block mod. It'll have a 25% chance of rotating this by 90 because we're going to have regular 90, 180, 270. So it'll randomly pick any of these 16 block models. So yeah. So we're going to grab this, copy, paste, and paste. Paste. Now this one's going to be 180. Copy. This is the part that Chalk wanted to see, but I don't think he's here anymore. Okay, and then we need, this one's going to be 270. 270 degrees. Done. And that's it. We hit save. We go back to the game. So let's see if we can find a couple more. So see how these are battling for, this is the same block model, these two. So they're battling, you can see where they're glitchy, they're sort of flickering because this pane here and this pane here overlap on those pixels. So when I reload, we'll see that these are going to be separated by a little bit of space. They're going to be parallel, right? Let's see if we can find another example. This is another example right here. No, it's not. Oh. No more examples. That's the only one down here. Okay. So where's that plane? Okay, right here. So these right here. Okay. All right, let's reload. See? Well, it's kind of hard to see on the stream, but there's no more flickering because there are two. Let me see if I can get all up in here. Yeah, see how they're parallel? Let me get in between them. They're parallel. They're separated by one little space. That's because we offset the center of the rotation. Cool. I dig it. I dig it very much. Very similar to the spruce in the way that we did it because the spruce kind of grows the same way, you know? With the needles growing off the branches. Very similar to acacia. But acacia we made spindlier with these bare sort of twigs sticking out and stuff. I think it's good. Let's go to a savanna biome and we'll check it out. And here, watch, you can see the point, the origin point, the focal point right here. You can watch it move as we tear these down. See? Very awesome. Okay, savanna biome. How do you look now? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, let me close this. We don't need those open. Oh, so much better. Look at that. Remember, it used to have, like, this one was on all of them sticking out. Now it's like, it's all mixed in. Everything's mixed up. Very good. Very good. You know what I need to do that I haven't done is... Oh, I did do those. Okay. Yeah, those are good. I thought I forgot to do those log tops. Or yeah. I feel like they made the savannah too hilly. You know, savannas are pretty flat areas, you know. I mean, as much as I love hills and mountains and stuff, it doesn't really feel like a savanna with a whole bunch of hills and, you know, like this. I don't know. I'm not saying they don't happen, but they don't happen often. Welcome back. Yeah, my internet sort of crapped out for a second there. So I don't know, I think the stream might have lost connection for a second. We got a little battling right there. But, you know, it's going to happen 1/16 of the time, which is better than half the time, or a quarter of the time. It was a quarter, so we put those rotations in. So how does that look compared to our reference image? Not terrible. Not terrible. Kind of bushy. This might have too many leaves. You know what I mean? I think I might go through and shorten some of those up, especially like that one. But then again, no. I mean, you know what I mean? Kind of do this. I mean, there's a lot of species of acacia, so, you know, whatever. See? I think we just leave it. We'll just leave it. We'll call it done. Did I just run over that? I did. You can run over holes like that? What if I'm walking? Oh no, if I'm walking, I don't. That's cool. I didn't know you could run over holes like that. I learned a thing. Alright, so we have other trees to do. Oh man. So much. So much. Let's go back to our... I think those look really good. I'm happy with them. Let's go back to our texture world. Okay, those are all done. I have been wanting to redo all of those for so long. So long. Like, you remember, I was having so much trouble with my leaf blocks. I had to, like, redo the block model and this and that. But yeah. Done. Done. But Minecraft, since I made this texture world, Minecraft has added new trees. So I need to get those set up, which means I need to like take this stuff and slide it all down so we can make room for the new trees. I think there are 3. Holy crap. Oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak. Okay, there's mangrove, cherry, and pale oak. So there's 3 more. 3 more. So each one of these spaces is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So I need to add 5. So I need to add 15 blocks. So all of this stuff needs to get moved over by 15 blocks. And then we need to build out our display. So we're going to take... We'll take from there. There. So we'll just stand here, I guess. Or no, we'll go here. All right. So we're going to go cut. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Paste. What is this? Concrete? Yeah. I need to do all my concrete blocks. Oh, these back here. Never did these. Why is this here? Why did I put that there? I put it there just so I had a backdrop for these. That's all. We can get rid of them. We don't need them. Oh. There. Display complete. Okay, so I think the first one, let's just do them in order that they show up on the thing, right? Hey, what's up, Lapino? How's it going, man? We just did acacia leaves right here. Looking all kinds of fantastic. So the next one we need to do... Oh, wait, hold on. Birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, mangrove is next. Mangrove, stripped mangrove. So these are going to be 1, 2, 3, and then a strip. 1, 2, and then a strip. Wait. Blank. 1, 2, stripped, and then that. I have it set up like this just so I can see every texture that I need to do. I still haven't done a lot of these, like the doors and stuff, are still default for birch, you know, so I still have a lot of work to do. That comes up the same amount, doesn't it? Sure does. Oh, this has these weird roots, doesn't it? And muddy mango roots. We gotta do that. Propagule, whatever that is. Okay. It's a very red wood, isn't it? Maroon. Okay. Leaves. I think. Yeah, it's just 4 up and. One of these things is not like the other. What the hell is this doing up here? Oh, it got cut off. That's right. Okay. We need fences. We need a gate. We need pressure plate. We need a trap door. We need a door. The signs will fix themselves. I'm not worried about the signs. Actually, most of these will fix themselves once I change the texture. But, whatever. I like those doors. Those doors are kind of cool. I've never seen those before. Those are new to me. Okay. We still need a place for like the mangrove roots or whatever it's called. Hold on. Little drunk already? Drink some water. Be careful. So, problem. This is the, what do you call it? The warped wood, and this is the warped. I don't remember what these are called. These are from the Nether. This is the same color as that. So, I'm going to have to change a color. Probably that one. I don't know. Don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out one day. Okay, so mangrove stuff. We have these roots. We have these muddy roots. And we have whatever this is. I don't know what the hell this is. What is this? Oh, is that like the sapling? Is that what that is? That grows into a mangrove tree? I don't know, because I haven't played Minecraft in a long time. Let's bone meal this shit. It sure does turn into a mangrove tree. And look, we got this mossy bit. We gotta do that still. Okay. So it's like a sapling. Okay, so we got to put these in here somewhere. Muddy and the not muddy. I guess we could put them like here and here. Sure, why not? It's kind of covering up the fence, you know, but that's okay. You can still see it. Stopped playing a little while before Microsoft invaded Minecraft. Oh, so you haven't played in a while. That happened. That actually happened a long time ago. I was like, I was watching some video and they talk about how Microsoft bought Minecraft in like 2015 or something. I'm like, damn, was it 10 years ago that they got bought by Microsoft? Holy shit. Okay, so I think that's all we need to put out here for the mangrove. Like the stairs and stuff are opposite, right? So this is the stairs for dark oak, jungle, acacia, and what are these called? I don't even remember. There's like warped and there's twisted or something. Oh, crimson and warped. That's what it is. Crimson and warped. And I kept these similar to the default color, but I guess they're reusing that color for mangrove for some weird reason. But we're gonna have to slide all this stuff down as well. 15 blocks. So let's do that. Although I think that's gonna fuck up what I have going on back there. No, it won't. It'll be fine. Okay, so these we're gonna take from here. All the way the fuck down here. This is a big one. Okay, we'll start here. We're gonna go cut. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Paste. What? What? Oh shit, that happened too? Oh, that's right, because I'm technically down a block when I move on to the... Look at that, that's funny. Okay, here. Undo. We'll just... Oh shit, we lost our place. Okay, here. I know what we'll do. Grab one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll do that. Paste. There, see? Crisis averted. We need to do the same thing here. Oh man. Well, good for Notch. Did I not move this over by 15 blocks? I feel like I didn't. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15. I did. Why is that one off by 1? It shouldn't be, but it is. Oh well. So let's get this fixed. So we need to go, we're going to grab this. Oh wait, not yet. Okay, so we're gonna copy it from here, right? We're gonna copy because we're only bringing it up one block, so I don't want to remove the grass block below it. I don't want a big gap of air, so copy. And then, oops. Done. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, that's why. Hey, what's up, Trillaton? How's it going, man? Long time. How have you been? What? Oh, yeah. That's what was gonna happen. That. Okay, okay. Planks, stairs, slabs, that's right. I have it like this because I use a repeat pattern, so I want to make sure I can see every texture of it. It's not really that important. I could, like, condense this whole thing and just be like, there, that's what my stair looks like. That's what my plank looks like. That's my slab. But in reality, there are many textures on these, so I just want to show that it's, you know, got seamless textures and stuff. So we go base. It starts right here. Yep. So we're gonna do 4. I think this was, yeah, I just did a 4x4 texture. Or actually, I think it's a 2x2 texture. I just doubled it up because I needed 4 there. See how similar those are in color? What do they look like in default? Hold on. How close are they in default? Okay, default has these more purple. Like purplish. And this is more red. Okay. Well, that's no problem. I can make these kind of purpley. That's weird. Did they change that? I don't remember these being purple like this though. Like I remember these being more red than purple. Oh well. I think they changed that and didn't tell anybody. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so that's the mangrove ready to go. I think the next one is cherry. We have cherry, we have pale oak, and we have azalea. I kind of want to do them in order of like release, and I think that's the order of the log. Wait, there is no azalea log. Why not? Why not? There's azalea leaves, but What the hell? There's no tree. There's no, like, logs or anything for them. Okay, I'm confused. We won't worry about that one yet. We'll do that one last then. Okay. Cherry and then pale oak. So let's grab those. Look, they made the sapling look like a bonsai. Of course they did. Okay, we have that. We have stripped. We need a door. We need fence. This. We need that. We need that. And well, let's do that afterwards. Okay. Oh man, the pink hurts my eyes. It's so pink. I'm gonna have to fix that. It's definitely getting fixed. Okay, door. Meh. Meh. I don't know what I think about those doors. Well, do the cherry leaves have tint? I wonder. I don't think they do because they're pink, right? So they wouldn't really have a tint. There is some green in there. Oh, that's hideous. Oh god, that's awful. Oh, what were you thinking, Mojang? God, that's bad. Like, are those supposed to be flowers? It looks like a lattice. It's too. Oh, that's awful. That looks like wallpaper from a house in the 1980s that grandma just bought. That has got to be the worst texture in the game. Worse than the old gravel. Worse than diorite. That's bad. Okay, we definitely have to fix that. Okay, let's do. I think that's it for the cherry, right? Oh, I really like that they have hanging signs now. That is fucking cool. I will be using this outside shops and things like that. That is way cool, way cool. Okay, we need to build our little stair thing. What is this? Oh, strip cherry wood, strip cherry log. Okay. They look like they're different colors on the sides, not just the top. Hold on. Are they? I don't think so. No, they're not. It's just my eyes playing tricks on me. Okay. Okay. Oh god, pink is so bright. It's terrible. Thinking maybe I should do the cherry first so I can fix this. It's so bright and cartoony and obnoxious. Like, oh, come on. You know, I could do like I did there and just put the fences on top. That way it'll make more sense for, you know, the things in front. Should I do that? I think I'm gonna do that. I mean, the doors could go up there too. I don't know. I should really just overhaul my whole texture world just to make it, you know, make it more sensible, I guess. Okay, one more. What's the last one? Pale oak, right? This one's bad. This is just, they just took the oak and they just desaturated it. That's all they did. I think. I don't think there's any difference in the texture other than desaturation, which is lazy, Mojang. Lazy. Okay, pale oak wood. Oh wait, we don't need that. Stripped pale oak log, we need that. Pale oak hanging moss, that's kind of cool. Pale oak leaves, we need those. Yes. Door. Fence. Gate. Pale moss block. Pale moss carpet. These are okay. Alright, we might have to move those over even more. I don't know. Yeah, I think we should. I think we should move those over more because I don't want to be butted right up against it again. So let's do that. What the... Oh, yeah. So this time, we're not moving from sand to here, so this will be okay. We're just going to move it over one block. What is that mossy cobblestone down there? Why is that there? I don't know. Oh, I'm jealous. Steak, potatoes, and veggies? Alright, man. You go digest. Enjoy. Okay. Oh, that. Close that. Is it the same as the mangrove texture? Is that what it is? Okay, no, it's not the same as the mangrove texture. Is it the oak? I know, like, the oak and the dark oak is the same texture. They only change, like, 2 pixels. Let's see. Let's find out. Oh, God. Ugh, ugh. Oh, they did change it. How about that? I guess all the textures look the same to me when they're 16, 16 by 16. It is very similar to that one, but no, okay. All right, Mojang, you're less lazy than I thought. I'm just not used to looking at default textures, so, you know, I see it, I'm like, oh, it's like the old oak leaf. How about these logs? I kind of like the way they did the bark on these. You know, kind of like thick plates. Plates of bark. There's a word for it. I don't know what it is. It kind of looks like my spruce texture a little bit. Ooh. Okay, pale oak stuff. What's the door look like? Ooh, I like the doors. Those doors look like, they look like my, spruce doors. Look at that. Very close. Very close to my spruce doors. Okay, so this stuff is going to be very, very light, but I don't want it as desaturated as this is. Like, look, there's no color in this, like, hardly at all. And this kind of has like, almost a pink tint, kind of like that, which I don't like. So I would change the tint of it to be maybe like a yellow even would be cool, because none of these really have a yellow tint. Maybe my jungle. But... oh, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Is that the same as the jungle trapdoor? No. It's the same as this. Except it's round. Huh. Wait, I don't need to put it back. What am I doing? Clear. Okay, that's all the trees. Except for, like, azalea, which I don't know what the deal is with azalea. And I'm very curious about the cherry, if it's, like, tinted with the biomes. Also, is this tinted with the biomes? I know it's pale, but this should still be green, you know? Or maybe yellow, like I was saying. Like the... maybe there's no avoiding it. If it's tinted, it's going to look how they want it to look no matter what. With the insane desaturation. Be cool for a ghost town, though. You know, undead city. Let's go... let's exit. I want to see what those look like Uh-oh. I'm choppy. Skipping frames. Shit. That's no good. Oh, and we're back. Holy crap. Did you guys see that stutter? I just dropped 650 frames. I'm still dropping frames. Holy crap. Okay. Looks like I'm kind of back. That was a big hiccup. Wow. You guys still here? I hope you're still here. 1 second. I got I'm being summoned. Hang on. Yeah, I've got, what time is it? I got maybe another hour before I gotta bounce out. I have, plans with family today. And I hope you do too. Okay. I've been neglecting my beverage. Okay. Okay. Those acacia leaves look really good. I'm very happy with those. They're very similar to spruce, just in the way that they grow, you know, not in Minecraft, but like real life. It's just instead of needles growing out of the things, they're little tiny leaves. So, you know, they are very similar. And that's totally fine. Because they are similar trees in real life. Okay, cherry, and what were we gonna look at? We were gonna look at cherry, and we were gonna look at the pale, right? I just want to see what they look like outside of their own biomes. So, I want to know what the tint is like on them. Pale. Also, is this moss? I should have put this in the tree thing. I didn't. Well, let's go do that real quick. Real quick, it'll just take a second. Okay, so kind of like how we have the roots here. We'll do the same thing here. You know what? Oh, I didn't do the stairs. That's right. Hold on. Yeah, we gotta do that. Duh. Let's go build our thing real quick. Okay. Oop, there. Alright. Now these are like supposed to be white. You know, like something white. But see how they have like this pinkish tint to them? So that kind of meh. Almost looks like pearl, you know? Like a pearl color because it has that pink. I think we swap it out for like a yellow. Yeah, see how I did them up here? So you can see the fences better. I mean, they're going to be pretty much the same texture as the wood anyway, so, you know, whatever. Should do that on all of them. That way we can free these up. And we can put like any extras like those, like right up front here. So we'll have, what, that? Are these dependent on... They're not directional. They are not. That's just a boring ass block, isn't it? Okay. Let's put that down. That's just some like mossy ground cover. Okay. And this stuff, does this hang? It hangs. Okay. There are different block models. Okay, no, not different block models, but different textures, and you can go in them. So there's... Okay. I'm learning. Okay. Alright, got it. Let's put the hangy bits, like, here. On the side. So we can see it. And then we'll put this carpet stuff there. And we'll do that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's do the same thing here that we did over there. Doom. Wait. Clear. Okay, fence, gate. Fence, gate. Fence, gate. Fence, gate. Didn't we have some weird other mangrove stuff that I could put in there? What was it? No, we didn't. That was it. It was just this thing. Okay. Little mangrove version of a sapling. Alright. Let's take that and that. That and that. 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 Okay, good. Now I'm happy. I can rest easy now. Knowing that I'm slightly more organized. Okay, let's go back to the world, and we will see how the biomes affect those. Okay, so we have cherry. Still pale. Still pink as ever. I have a feeling these are always going to be like they are. Okay, let's go to... Let's go to hardcore. Plains biome, or forest biome rather. Still pale as fuck. Still pink as fuck. Come on. I really wish these were tinted. This green, was that still as green in the savannah? Was it? I didn't even look. I was just looking at the flowers. Yep, still green. It's not tinted at all. That's stupid. How about a jungle? The most heavily tinted area in Minecraft. God, this place is so bright. I need to change the color map on this one. This is the default color map. They just decided to make the jungle insanely bright. Just the leaves. The ground cover is fine. I'm okay with that. But the leaves are just... They're like too lush, I want to say. Okay, let's no tint. No tint. I mean, I could add tint, I think. Let's do an experiment. Let's experiment with it. I think I could add tint. We can close Photoshop. We don't need that anymore. Let's see if we can add some tint. So we're gonna want, wait, we're in block states. We need to go to, textures. No, we need block models. Models. Block. Pale. Okay, pale oak leaves. Where are you? Pale oak leaves. Okay. So this is the model. So we're going to model, block, pale oak leaves. And let's open. And let's add a tint. I suspect that it's just not applied here. Oh, I need the texture. That's right. Okay, hold on. What's up, Shannon? How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by today on this fine. Well, I don't know where you are, but where I am, it's America's birthday today. Awesome. Okay, so I have not brought out the snakes since that one stream. They have not come out again. Not on a stream. How did I know you were going to ask about that? Just had a suspicion. Okay, we need to get the texture. That's right. We're missing the texture. So, block. Okay, oh wait, wrong place. Texture, block. Pale, P. Just past it. Pale oak leaves. Here we go. Copy. And here we are in textures, block, pale oak leaves. I feel gross putting a default texture. Could I? Bring the snake out right now? I don't know. Maybe. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me finish what I'm doing first. Okay, so we have the pale oak overlays. Or not the overlays, but pale oak texture. Model, block. Where is it? Pale oak leaves. Now we open them, and we should have the texture. So child apparent block leaves does not contain a model. What? What? Yes, it does. Did I copy the wrong thing? Hold on. What did I do? What did I do? Okay, pale oak leaves. No, we're good. I mean, I guess I could just build one, right? Models, block. Yeah, we'll just make a new one. Let's grab oak leaves or something, and we'll just edit that. And hey, it'll be our new custom block model already. That's nice. Open. I did hit open, right? It's just taking away. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, so let's, before we do anything, we're going to export this as pale oak, just so we don't ruin the oak leaves. Yes. We're going to import pale oak texture, which is here. That's going to be weird because it's going to be little. I mean, and blown up insanely large. Okay. It is tinted. Oh, this is my model. Of course it's tinted. Let's change the UV because it's way too big. Let's put it where it should be. Oh. Oh. This is like a quarter the size. That's alright, fuck it, whatever, I don't care. This is just to test the... we're just testing the tint, that's all. Because if we can tint pale oak, that would be awesome. And that UV is nutty, isn't it? Hold on. This is what should happen on these. There. We should redo this one. Just because that's insane. Yep, good. Okay, they've all got tint. It's a crappy texture for this block model, but this is just for testing purposes. Okay, so bear with me. All right. Export pale oak leaves. Yes. Okay. I just want to see if you can tint them. That's all. That's all I want to see. Nope. Sure can't. But I wonder if I could just, if the tint doesn't apply, I could probably just change the texture and add the right color there, huh? Or will it just automatically desaturate it? Minecraft does weird stuff sometimes. Textures, block. Hey, look. Okay, Photoshop might freeze up on me. It's been doing this whenever I load it up and open something new. It'll like be frozen for like a minute or two. Like as soon as I try to zoom in on something. Okay, no, we're okay, I think. Copy. Let's grab one of these. Oh, I don't want that. Whatever, fuck it. Okay, let's paint some green on it. I don't really care what I'm doing. This is just for experimentation. Let's put some blue on it. Why not? Ooh, blue would be a cool tint for the pale oak, I think. Something like that. Okay. Oh, don't save over 14. Export as. No, we won't. We don't. We want to save as. We want here. Textures, block. Pale oak, where are you? Right here. Yes. This copy was changed. Oh. Is that why? If this works, I'll be happy with that, because we don't need tint. If we can like do our own colors for the leaves, that'd be sweet. Okay, save as. Let's try it now. Minecraft textures, block, pale oak leaves. Yes. Okay. It's weird that it asked me that. Alright, what happens? Give me colors. I have colors. Oh, that makes me happy. Okay, cool. Okay, I am now looking forward to doing the pale oak. Because I don't have to compete with tint. I could just color them how I want. And that makes me happy. I think I'm going to give them like a blue tint, you know? Maybe like a bluish green kind of tint. Think dead ghosts kind of colors. That makes sense. Wait, hang on. I'm being summoned again. Okay, that's funny. It's a picture of Snoop Dogg, but he's painting a canvas and he's got the afro like Bob Ross. and it says, gonna paint some happy little weed. That's funny. Okay. Okay, so let's get rid of that. I'm happy about the pale oak, and I imagine it's probably the same with this. We could probably just do our own colors for this. So the cherry trees, they're not actually cherry trees, I don't think. I think they're cherry blossom trees, but they just call them cherry trees in Minecraft. A cherry tree just has regular leaves, right? Cherry blossom has like the pink flowers and stuff, right? Let's see here. Yeah, see? So here's actual cherry tree, you know, like this, right? Cherry blossom tree, but they just call these cherry trees now, but these are cherry blossom trees. These are different trees. So anyway, yeah, they're very pretty, and they're very pink. But I'm gonna tone them down just a little bit, like this. Maybe a little bit less saturation, and a little bit of light. Actually, no, there are light. I'll probably darken them. Probably darken them a little bit, and pull out some of the saturation so they're not so obnoxiously pink. We'll see. We'll see how those go. I kind of want to do the the pale oak first. But really we should do the mangrove first because that's the next one on the list. I kind of want to do them in order, you know what I mean? Which means the pale oak is going to be the last one. It will be last. Okay, we are done with that. Oh man, my frames are kind of hurting because I've had so many programs open. Photoshop and Blockbench. I think my computer's getting hot. Yeah, my computer's getting very hot. I don't have it lifted. I have these little lifts that I made that I can lift the computer up to increase the airflow, and when I do that, it runs way better. Even though I do have vents on the sides and the back of it, there's also vents on the bottom. They're kind of just everywhere. So if I block the vents on the bottom, it heats up more quickly. Oh, there, my frame rates are back. They're okay. I just had to get caught up, I guess, after closing Blockbench and Photoshop. Good deal. Well, shit, it is 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to bounce out. I think, I don't know when I'm going to do more textures, but I do need to get the next Fantasia video done, which is cool. I'm going to be filling out this area in the next video. So the goal is to go from this big to this big. So it's a whole lot of building in the next episode. So I might be able to get that done tomorrow. I don't know for sure. It kind of depends. I got family in town, so I don't know what the plan is tomorrow. I know today we're hanging out because it's 4th of July. It's America's birthday, so we're going to go party. And then Sunday is my nephew's birthday, so we're going to party again. I don't know if we're going to party 3 days in a row, but we might because it's my family. I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted, though. I'm definitely going to start working on the next Fantasia video tomorrow before I go over to my family's. But yeah, we got a lot to do. We're gonna try to fill out this whole area right here in the next video. But don't tell anybody I said that. It'll be a secret. I'm gonna start out the video, be like, yeah, we're just gonna do a house, but then at the end I'm gonna have it all done. Maybe, I don't know. It depends. I'll probably do a live stream in the middle of the video like I did last time. So I was originally just gonna do like these, but then in the stream I ended up doing these two as well. So it'll probably be something kind of like that. I'll start out, do something on camera here, but then I'll stream and add more to it. That's kind of gonna be how it goes. I'm sorry, Shannon, I'm not bringing the snake out on this stream, but I will probably stream again. I might stream again tomorrow if I'm not doing family stuff, but I don't know. Catch me in the next one and ask again. I'll bring the snakes out again. That was fun. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. So be excellent to each other, and farewell.